Hey everyone, Michael Martin from Yahoo Esports, and I am joined by LPN. We're here at CEO 2016. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Michael. How are you doing yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. You play a lot of different characters in Street Fighter V. Why is that?
I feel like I have the ability that many others don't, and that's the capability of playing multiple characters at the same high level. I feel like that's going to be very advantageous, especially when it comes to a game that's really based off of character matchups. I definitely don't want to feel like I'm married to the character. I know in the past in Street Fighter 4, there was an issue of loyalists, and obviously I have the least amount. But I mean, I take that as a compliment, even though it does sound negative. But I'm utilizing what I can to my advantage. So I have no shame in using that at all. And often I do get bored of the characters in the game, but that's how I play.
What are some of your strengths that allow you to play at a high level by playing as many different characters as you do?
I feel like I can multitask, and I have a really strong understanding of the game's foundation along with the characters. So that way I can incorporate that into any character, my own style, I would say. If I were to play a defensive character, I could definitely flip it, reverse it, and play offense with them. And I would still be just as effective as if I were to play defensive. But as long as I incorporate myself into it, I can shapeshift any character into the way I want it.
Going from 4 to 5, what is it that you love about Street Fighter V?
In Street Fighter 4, I used to play a lot of characters that heavily relied on reversals, like DPs, like Adon, and of course Cammy. Near the end of Ultra, I was messing around with Rolento, which I felt like I was able to establish a stronger ground game. And from there, I transferred over to Street Fighter 5. And currently, I am maining Birdie and Alex. They're actually very fun, and I don't rely on reversals with them because they virtually don't have reversal options. So it makes me play a little bit smarter, and definitely it's going to change the way my opponent approaches me. Definitely from players in the previous. They were expecting to wake up DP all the time, reversal, all that stuff. But now on, I'm focused on blocking and defense. I think defense is definitely going to win the game.
Speaking of Birdie and Alex, it seems to me that despite all of the characters that you might be playing in this game, you're gravitating to the grapplers. Is there any kind of specific reason, or is it just like you said, it's just fun to play those characters?
It's crazy at first. I felt like grapplers were going to be weak in the game due to the fact that their starter frames are relatively slow, and I'm not used to that. In Street Fighter 4, they're invincible, and they're a lot faster, but I felt like because the game has such a slow reaction mechanic to it, quote-unquote the A-frame lag, I think grapplers do have an advantage. Regardless of the risk and rewards, I feel like they pay dividends in the long run. And I mean, you can only block for so long, right? This game, if I just powerbomb someone 4 times, they're at the brink of death and stun. I think that creates an extreme pressure on my opponent. And I really enjoy doing that, just scaring my opponent as well. So, I mean, I have no fear. I play with my heart, so I think that's perfect for me.
So I noticed you got a shiny new jersey on here, this Circa Esports. Talk to me a little bit about them as a sponsor and what it means to be sponsored by Circa.
Circa approached me probably a month after the CPT of this year started. They've been monitoring me since Street Fighter 4. And I'm actually really privileged and happy to be on their team. They give me a lot of opportunities for growth myself and to help them as well. Right now, they're in the process of accumulating a lot of players. That way we can spread out and broaden our horizon. And I believe we're covering a lot of fields too. Originally, they didn't start off as a fighting game team, but they have been incorporating that into their team and definitely want to expand more and build growth for the brand. So I want to help them with that. They're going to help me. It's actually a very good partnership right now.
And because you're with Circa now, I assume you might attend maybe more events than you had originally planned, maybe at the beginning of the year. What are we kind of looking at for the rest of the year?
Definitely any premier CPT, I'll be there. I know there's only...
Overseas?
Overseas, yes, I'll be there as well. Even though it might be a little difficult with the amount of players that we have on team now, we want to send out as many as possible. But as far as CPT within the States, guarantee. If it's overseas, we're going to be working on that as well. And of course, there's a huge ESL tournament coming up in October. I'll definitely be there in East Coast. So definitely you're going to be seeing some Circa out there. And of course, I might be making some side trips to, say, I don't know, First Attack, Brazil, all that stuff. So definitely you guys will be seeing more of me.
Now, you play a lot of Street Fighter competitively. I know you work at that other search engine company full time. How do you balance that kind of job and your competitive life?
It's not easy. Definitely, it's very draining. I don't have as much time to practice since I'm so heavily invested into both the team and my real life job. But luckily, the company is very lenient and they support what I do right now. So with a really good backbone and support, definitely that's the only way I could actually travel. Unless I were to quit that job, invest myself 100% into this company, which I don't want to currently because I still love my other job. But I think if Justin Wong could do it, why can't I do it, right?
Any last thoughts?
Play Street Fighter 5. Don't complain about the lag. This game's great. Just give it a little bit more time. I love you guys.
Thank you, LPN. I'm Michael Martin, and this is Yahoo Esports.
I'm Michael Martin.